Yo, I'm Randall, and I made Fenwo 20k. You know, it's funny, I chose the only two creators on Hive to work with to make a pack that still ended up staying around and didn't quit. If any other two creators chose me, we would have both quit by now and moved on with our lives, but I chose Lorinity and Fenwo to make packs for back when I was really active in 2022, and they're both still around, so, you know, I kind of got to follow through now, help them make new packs, so I first started working on Lorinity 3K, and now this is Fenwo's 20k pack that I'm releasing today. So I'm going to do just a showcase in this pack world because I have an excuse not to log on Hive because I think Fen has the gameplay commentary style covered. The thing is, like, okay, so I've been inactive with pack making for like 2 years now, and the thing is, I still enjoy pack making. Like, I had so much fun making this. Only reason I didn't do pack making is because I kind of, there's a missing piece of the puzzle. I kind of don't enjoy the Hive anymore. And that's like half the fun is like when you make the pack, instead of just looking at it like most other art, you just like look at it and like, damn, I made that. With pack making, you get to play with it. Like this is a tool that's like interactable in the video game. It's pretty fun. So we're in the pack world now. I'm gonna just showcase the pack how you'd expect. I actually really like this sword a lot. I'm really happy with it. I kind of did like almost a cell shading style on the blade, and then you can see like this is where you can see like kind of the colors for the pack, the orangey and the lavender. So the inspiration for that's kind of like a sunset sky where you kind of get like the orangey tones of like the sun, and then also sky turns a little bit pink. You can kind of see that in the day sky, but a little bit orange up there. That's kind of the vibe of the pack. It's kind of summer pack. So you can see that in the swords. For the gold sword, I did it all one color. So like the blade, the hilt, and then also the handle are all one color. I like doing that for gold swords. Iron sword, about what you'd expect, have the orangey color on the hilt. And for the stone sword, I shaded it a little bit differently. Kind of did like a more traditional 32x shading style where you put like the line down the middle. And also I did like, you know, a wooden handle with like the greenish like rope that holds it together. Thought that was kind of cool. And then obviously the wooden sword. So I got the tool shapes from a pack by Axines called the Archer. I have very little experience with 32x, so you'll notice I did like a lot of 16x stuff as well. And I used a lot of Axine reference for my 32x stuff because I'm very inexperienced with 32x. So for the tools, the shapes are all just reshaded. I reshaded the shapes from the Archer by Axine. The shovel's pretty similar. Axe, I kind of did my own thing. And the hoe is very similar. So yeah, all the credits, which are mostly Axine credits, are going to be in the description. Goated pack maker, probably the goat of Bedrock pack making. I look up to her work a lot, so you know, when I do my 1 in a million 32x pack, I have to, you know, reference her work. Here, I guess we'll show out the bow. Bow did like a compound bow, I guess, with like the wheels, like in a compound bow, or like the purple parts on the corners. Try to do a little compound bowish. I think it's a cool bow. Rod, I don't usually do. I try to do like a little fox face on like the hook part. The Ender Pearl's an Enderman face. This I can't really say fits the pack super well, but it's what you wanted, and yeah, that's what kind of comes with working with someone else when you make a pack. The Snowball, which Bedrock is terrible, so I can't show it off as well, but put a little fox face engraving in it. I think it's pretty cute. Try to make it kind of subtle, so like at a distance it just looks like a white snowball, like a normal snowball, but if you look up close, there's a little fox face in it. Your gapple, try to keep a very default gapple. I think looks pretty good. For the gemstones, this is probably my favorite part. I'm really happy with the gems. So for the iron and gold, I didn't do much different because I just like the default, to be honest. I think they work well. But for the diamond, I went all out. I tried to do like a proper diamond shape with like the little fox face in the middle. I did like the same kind of 3-pixel fox face. I think that's pretty cute. And then the emerald is just the same thing. So what else? We got shears. Just kind of recolored the default shears. Fireball. The fireball looks like a cookie, but I kind of like it. Oh, you can see the fire too. This is just recolored gem fault fire. I use gem fault fire for everything. Again, proper credits are in the description. But do like a little lavender fire and then a cookie fireball. Okay, next up, one of my favorite parts of any pack is the armor. I have so much fun making the armor. So One of the main like keywords he gave me when like we were trying to come up with like the vibe and like the theme of this pack was like dreamy. So I tried to show that more in like the armor shading. Kind of looks like dreamy clouds, I guess is kind of how to describe the shading. Really happy with how it turned out. You'll see that kind of everywhere too. Like in the Gapple, I think I shaded a bit like that. Maybe not as much. With the bucket, you can kind of see that like cloudy style of shading. I kind of did that everywhere. But in the armor, it kind of came out the best. And you can see that in the armor item as well. You can see it here. So then on the back of the armor, I did this like little fox face on the back, which is cool because it like looks at you when you're like in third person, which is something I really wanted. But I love doing this where you find just like a really simple shape like this. In this case, it's just literally 3 pixels an eye, 3 pixels of another eye, and then 2 pixels of a nose. And it just works so well for like the theming of the pack. So I did it back here, I did it on the snowball, and I did it as like the main symbol of the pack on the pack icon. So really like doing that with like a really simple shape. I really like the back of the armor. I think it's cool how it looks at you. Okay, so for the ore, I really like this ore. I use it pretty much everywhere because I like it so much and I made it. So I typically just recolor it to like match the gold of the pack, the iron of the pack, but I just use it everywhere. And then Fen had the idea for these like really simplified mineral blocks where it's just like a really simple contrasty gradient. And in the diamond block especially, I think it looks so good. I really like these mineral blocks. With this pack, I wanted, so SkyWars Classic dropped recently on Hive like a week ago, and in the hype of the news, I guess, I decided to make SkyWars Classic items that actually match the pack. So something really cool they did on Hive is add trial keys or what's it called, trial vaults, and then the trial keys, which is so smart. The trial keys and vaults in just vanilla Minecraft are just so smartly made because anyone can go to like a trial chamber and get the loot even if it's been looted before. Unlike with, you know, chests, like in a bastion, someone can just loot all the chests, get all the netherite templates, and then if you come to it like months later on an SMP, then you just can't get the loot. Trial keys fix that because anyone who has a trial key and goes to a trial chamber can get the loot. And then Hive doing that on their server, making mid like the place you get the loot, I think is so smart. So I wanted to make the textures for that. So this is the key. I think it looks kind of cool. And then you also get the wind charges, which, oh, wind charges are so fun. I made a little purple wind charge. I really like the look of it. I did a proper spyglass. I don't know why they added this. It does nothing, but it's fun. And so I did the proper model. I made like the lens being the purple. Did that as well as the trident. So I did the proper trident model and then this trident item. So add some SkyWars Classic accommodation. Speaking of accommodations for Hive specifically, that's what these items are. So on Hive, I always do some mod packs. I think it's a staple of the Randall pack. I do like the back to hub icon, which on Hive is the Dragon's Breath. I made a little home button because it's go back to hub. For the go next button, which on Hive is Heart of the Sea, I make it like a little arrow, like go next arrow. The Nautilus shell. So the way they did SkyWars Classic, they basically just replaced kits. And I used to do this in SkyWars kits. I make the Nautilus shell like this little briefcase to be like a kit icon, but now it's in SkyWars Classic. So I decided to bring it back, this little briefcase icon. And then in custom servers, you have a comparator, so I made it a wrench, which is typically the icon for settings. And then the last couple items, we have the totem, which is a fennec fox head. I think it's really cute, kind of like the icon of the pack. I usually do like the totem and the pack icon as like the main icon of the pack, and in this case, a fennec fox is appropriate. We have the spellbook, which I always do. I think it's cool because it's such a big part of Hive SkyWars. And finally, we have the TNT. So this TNT texture I made so long ago, back when boomboxes on the Hive were just TNT. Like they were not colored to be a boombox, and to know what it is, to know if it's like poison or slowness or whatever, you had to hover over it, and it'd be like green text or like blue text. And then it got removed, and I stopped using it because Hive, fixed that. They made actually color-coded boomboxes. So I just retired the texture, but now TNT's back in SkyWars Classic, so I brought the texture back. So it matches the other boomboxes, which I think is kind of cool. Finally, of course, we got the Bananda Lions. The Bananda Lions. We have the Bananda Lions. This is a staple of all the fresh packs. And last couple things, we have these chests. These chests are in all my packs again, another Randall pack staple. I made them a while ago. I think they're awesome. They're just based on like the Hive's art style. So the normal chest, E-chest, based on like the mystery chest. So that. And of course, by Fenwo's request, we have the Fennec Foxes. Just adorable. They're just laying here, they're chilling. So that's kind of going to do it for Fen 20K for now. And if that's all you're here for, then I appreciate you genuinely. Thank you for your time. But there is one other cool thing I want to do before I go. We're going to take a look at Fresh 6K, and oh my god, is it ugly. Yeah, we're going to go back to look at the old Fresh packs, the first two I worked on with at the time Fresh, now Fen. So this is the first one I worked on 2 years ago, and it is legit my first time making 32X ever, and oh my god, is it ugly. Okay, the sword isn't the end of the world, it's just really poorly saturated, and why does it look like that? I remember the theming for it was like supposed to be lavender and pink, which is an idea. It doesn't look terrible, but I didn't really execute it well, I wouldn't say. Oh my god, the gold is so bad. Why does it look like that? That is jarring and terrible. That is, I can't believe I put that out there. Okay, so basically the origin of this pack, I saw Fen at the time Fresh. He was using one of my packs on stream. It was Learning 3K. Obviously, you know, working with Larinity, it was the most popular pack at the time. So he found it, and then I thought it was cool. You know, I was a fan, so I just saw him use my pack. I just stopped in, and then he said some gay shit. I'll show it on.
Pretty sure Randall made that pack. Man, if he did, like, can I please give him a kiss on the cheek? Not even the cheeks. Can I give him a kiss on the lips? Like, this man is so good at making packs. Like, I just want to... I kind of just want to, like... I want to have, like, a 10-hour makeout session with this guy. Because his packs are so good.
Basically, we just agreed that when he hit 6K, he was like 5.5K or something like that at the time. When he hit 6K, I would be making the 6K pack. It took a while for him to hit that, I think. So then what really happened was he just hit someone else up, and then that other person who I won't name, even though it's in the description of the pack, I won't name him. Yeah, he kind of bailed and made a dog shit pack, but you know, I kind of had to honor that he still helped. I kind of used his pack as a base, and that's why some interesting decisions were made. That's why I use these shapes. That's why there's some weird stuff in the pack. It's because of him, the guy who did the base pack technically, and I just worked off of him. So that's why this pack is a disaster, and I hate it. I guess I will say the diamond looks nice. I kind of cooked on the diamond. This is the only texture I still like. That looks pretty good. But onto a pack I like significantly more, and that pack is Fresh 8K. Yeah, I like this pack way more. I'm actually proud to look back on this one. So, like I mentioned, Fresh 6K was my first time ever doing 32X, like ever. So, I was very happy when he allowed me in this pack to make it 16X, which is well within my comfort zone. I can do 16X. I can do 16X, and it worked. I like this pack a lot. So we have the vibe he wanted from this one was like a bluey like seafoam color, which is a banger idea, by the way. And I think, oh, this gradient is so nice. The dark blue to light blue, it's like very seafoamy. I think that looks real good. And for the armor, you can see like I did the gradient a lot more. You can see a lot more of the bluish color. And I did the crown for the first time. Well, not the first time, but I think I used the crown the best. I think the crown works really well here. And yeah, this looks so much better. The ores are a little different. I did like this like corner. Let's see. Yeah, you can see like the corner. I think it's cool when you have this like little corner piece, but it's not for everyone. I can see that. For the bow. I didn't even look at the Fresh 6K bow, but it's a pretty default bow. Just as a bow indicator. It's nice though. But I really like these gems I did. Yeah, this pack way more proud of, as you can tell. I'm kind of, you know, glazing myself a little bit, but. And then probably my favorite part, this is like a really minor thing, but the snowball and then the ender pearl together look really cool with like the W and the exclamation point. One of my favorite parts. I'd repeat this if I was making packs still. I like this idea a lot. So I didn't even make a video about this pack. I could have easily cashed in on like actually a good pack I'm proud of with a video, but I just didn't because I was kind of checked out of pack making at the time. I just did it for a homie. So that's what this was. And happy to return to it. I think this is good work. Oh, and then the sky. The big part of this pack is the sky, bro. It's SpongeBob. Isn't that awesome? It really fits the seafoam vibe, I think. Okay, so that'll do it for the Fresh/Fen trilogy. If you like any of the packs, the 20K pack, or if you like, I'm resurfacing the 8K pack, I guess, not the 6K pack. You are not allowed to download that one. If you like either of them, the pack downloads are obviously in the description, as always, as expected. And yeah, run up the numbers, like and sub, pretty please. So yeah, thank you. It's been an honor.